today we're gonna talk about how to balance from the inside to thrive out there. I woke up exhausted for years, without energy, with body pains that didn't let me enjoy 100% of my life. My bones and stomach hurt, although my mind taught my body to keep moving forward, to do all what I need to do. So my mind was telling me it doesn't matter the pain, move forward, go. There was always a feeling of inner dissatisfaction, even though sometimes I look good and had everything, but I didn't feel full and satisfied inside me. With the years of emotional drag, a burden is created, and the body gets so used to carrying it that then doesn't want to let it go. Believe or not, the story of our life is in our body. In my case, was like this. In my root chakra, the one that is from my coccyx down to my leg, is the one that gives us the base, the one that kept us grounded with security and life energy. That root chakra was blocked. My own identity was blocked when my father died. He made me feel safe, protected, with an expectation of me that formed the person I was. That literally left me hanging in nowhere, feeling alone and abandoned in this world. The root chakra gives you this tribal feeling that you belong to this earth. And for me, feeling in nowhere at that point, it took me years to get back on my feet and find a little balance. And the saddest thing is that nobody noticed it. I didn't communicate it. Instead, I hid it, as I already knew how to do it very well, to show that I was very well always. I just kept on going. What about the second chakra? We're studying from the inside, what can happen on the outside. On my second chakra, sacral chakra, also was blocked because I didn't accept being a feminine girl. I dreamed of being a boy, and not because of sexuality, but because of sports and the way I thought. This second chakra was blocked, and it caused me physical results: appendicitis, painful menstruation, some cysts in the uterus, moments of infertility, and some losses. So everything is connected. We're not just a physical body, we're an energy body. We cannot keep on controlling all the external things and not even think what is happening inside us. My third solar chakra, solar plexus chakra, was blocked also, with a lack of self-esteem that caused me, in different times of my life, bulimia, ulcers, leaky gut, liver problems, and chronic fatigue to my adrenal glands. I was born with a heart murmur. It was an attempt not to come into this world, and countless pneumonias when I was a child, which are part of the result of my blockages of my heart chakra. Grief, anger, fears, loneliness kept me blocked for just 20 years of my life. And even trying to change the diet, even trying to do a lot of exercise, do things from the outside just to cover the symptoms. Of course, it didn't help. Now I know that, of course, it will never help because my problem was in the inside. And most of the problems, most of the root of the diseases start from the inside. And then you add stress, you add bad food, you add heavy metals, and then you develop a disease. So why don't we go to the root instead? Why don't we go in instead and make our life easier and recover faster? Because we don't know, nobody teach us that. And in my case, I needed to discover that for myself. After a couple of years, I would say exactly 10 years of bone pain, muscular pain, muscle pain, and a lot of issues with my body due an immune disease. So how we can heal, how we can really balance from the inside, that our body is really healthy and flowing inside, so the things from the outside don't unbalance us. In the case of my throat chakra, I had constant tonsillitis from swallowing my emotions and everything I wanted to say. My voice had no power. I was the youngest of my family, so who will want to hear the little one? Always with several cysts in the thyroid, problems in the mouth, constant canker sores, and all these things today, when I read, when I am studying more and more about the inside healing, I recognize all my journey. I recognize all the problems I had in my health before. Of course, it was impossible to heal by then because I didn't know the information I know now. So, have this happened to you? Have you recognized some of my pains, some of the blockages I had in your life? Type yes if you recognize that some of these things have happened in your life. I could continue listing an endless list of health issues, inflammations, and pains that are impossible to heal. When the chakras are closed due to emotional trauma, the energy stops circulating. Everything gets stuck and the body feels tired, and we enter a state of survival. How many of you are living in this state of survival? How many days on the year you feel you're just surviving the day or the month? How many years of your life you have been surviving? My body showed my signs and illnesses for years, but I couldn't listen. I didn't know the meaning. I had no knowledge about this before. Changing my diet, cleansing my system, doing acupuncture to detoxify myself from aluminum and exorbitant amounts of mercury. And yes, it felt good. I really felt like another person. But I love that person, that physical sensation I had for years. And it's incredible because before that, I was so sick that whatever day that I don't need to take the painkiller, that I don't feel pain in the whole day, that was health for me. That was really health. And when I achieved that point, that every day I could awake without pain and I could stop taking medication, start doing my sports again, I felt amazing. And I loved that new person. But my autoimmune disease kept me giving surprises, especially in the most emotionally stressful moments. That is when I ask myself, I am the healthiest eater I know. So what else? What am I missing? Why am I still sick? There was an internal world that I didn't know about it. I had my mind inside. I had a brain daily and even at night inside me, where I talked, I judged, and was overwhelmed with sorrow. Even though I had a lot of faith in God by then, I never felt the infinite love for myself that I feel today. So from that stage of starting doing sports again and eating well and feeling better and better, I thought that that's it. That's the best I can do. But then I start informing myself and looking for the missing piece to completely heal. I believed I could heal. So I start looking, researching, investigating. And my children came to show me the way of what true loves mean. And yeah, probably you have heard this before. Yeah, true love. But this is more than that. That true love made me fight to live. And as a mother, moved mountains to save my children. That they both came a little bit sick. So we had to really move fast to help them. And that showed me that a mother have that power to move mountains to help their kids. And I thought, but who would move mountains to save me? I thought, well, by then, probably my dad. But he was no longer around. I finally understood that the pain in my bones came from the pain in my soul. Maybe this is gonna feel like, oh my God, now you're saying like all this inside world, that's not true. Like you need to take medication. I took all the medication. I took all the corticoids. I did all the treatment. I took all the anti-inflammatory, but it didn't work. It didn't heal me. When I finally understood that the pain in my bones came from the pain in my soul, I got rid of the rage because my dad had died and left me alone. I had to become an adult and responsible for my own life and feelings and my own health. I made my body get sick. I did not respect my body and I put everyone before me. Therefore, I have to stop looking for the guilty person of why I was sick. I stopped fighting against life. I stopped surviving. I roll up my sleeves and go out to seek healing and do everything that the people I hire, the coaches, the experts in healing told me. I was the very best student. I healed very quickly. I learned and I continue studying. I have been certified 3 times as a teacher in movement medicine, in nutrition, and hundreds of courses and diplomas that have added to the 16 years of research in health healing at the end. Certificates don't even matter when the results speak for themselves. I am completely healed. Healing the backpack I carried since I was born saved my life. I am alive only because I focus on the weight I had inside me. As my private student said, what do I do to get completely healed? I believe in the process. I believe in what you do. We focus in healing the power of his voice so that he could flow and speak what he never could speak before, dissolving 5 nodules in his throat, reversing hypothyroidism, and saving his thyroid gland from being removed. I want to give more. I want to give you an understanding about your body and how you can continue to open your body, to take years off your body and enhance your health. There are many people who depend on you. Why be 60, 70, or 100% of your health if you can expand your limit to something you never imagined? On November 23rd and 24th, there will be an online retreat, Heal from Your Chakras. So whatever story you have that have blocked your chakras, block your energy, and the results are already in your body. They are already expressing. The blockages are already expressing in your life. This is for you. So that you can gain wisdom to understand what your body is telling you and have tools to heal and empower the part that your mind has not yet allowed you to see. Here, we will use 5 hours of deep movement to open, release, and learn, to feel at a higher level where the crazy head of everyday life will stop intruding you. Understand your body, learn to open your body and its chakras so that you never again abuse the nobility of your body. Write retreat on the comments and I will send you the information. 23rd and 24th of November. This is only for a small group of people who already know that they deserve the change. If you're still listening to me, I want to tell you, you're worth it. The change is fundamental for your past, your present, and your future. Every morning, I wake up with a feeling of lightness, renewed energy, and without those horrible pains that previously limited my life without me even realizing. My body is aligned, my mind is clear, and I feel how life flows in total harmony despite the external chaos. I want to talk to you a little bit about this chaos, this stress. When there is constant stress in life, you can be a single parent, a widower, you lose a child, you can't find love, the clock is pushing you to be a mother, you have many children, or a job that takes up more than 60% of your day, bad relationships, or you're too much in your head. I know it's not easy. The body not only feels that it's not easy, but it takes in daily all this heaviness. And we ask then ourselves why we're tired. Why do we get sick so often? Back pain, neck pain, not sleeping well, being overweight, skin problems, among others, are the results of a life of stress. In the past, stress was, of course, not receiving an email with bad news, nor having to earn a certain amount of money to live as you want. stress before was the moment finding an animal on a hunt and taking it back to the tribe to be able to eat and live. Just exactly 1 year ago, I was living for a few days with the oldest tribe on the planet, which still goes out to hunt for food. Being with them made me felt like the world around me stopped completely. Calm, peace, confidence. We went hunting for 3 days, walking many kilometers a day and hoping to find an animal. The hunt is long, and when there is a chance you have to run, adrenaline rushes, your heart jumps out of your mouth between fear and stress. The whole process was very stressful since I don't even eat meat. But after a few days living with them, I understood. They have a superior instinct and don't stress about whether they will find an animal tomorrow or not. They just trust. I have heard this word, just trust, my whole life around me. And most of the years, I couldn't believe it. Now, I not just believe it, I understand it. I embody it. I know I cannot control everything. And as an ex-perfectionist, I don't want to control everything. I want support. I don't want to feel alone or all in my power. We have to go back to the basic in order to have enough internal balance to cope with the external life. Until when do we help everyone instead of ourselves? I have been in your position for many years, and I tell you that it's not necessary to stay there for the rest of your life. You can't even imagine what you lose when you don't know it. It is like living your life in a closet and not knowing there's a world out there. Give yourself the best gift that will change your well-being forever and make it possible for you. Love you all and see you next week.